is Fuzzy Wingman. I am back. I'm playing more Escalating Hostilities since I liked that mission, and I was very curious with a very different teams. This time a melee heavy Custodians versus those veteran guards. You know, and that's veteran guardsmen will be interesting against the Custodians. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. And one other point of note. I discovered recently that I have been making a mistake on how I select the TAC ops. I discovered that online and realized no one probably even really noticed that I was doing that wrong. So I'll just mention that when selecting the TAC ops, you're supposed to just go from one archetype. And I was doing the whole, well, these guys have 3 archetypes, and chose 6 cards based off of, through a mix of archetypes, and then did the selection process, but it's just you select one archetype and then get all 6 cards from that archetype. And in the case of the veteran guards, I chose a few of their, replace some of the cards with their faction-specific ones, but still 6 cards, yada yada yada, you get down to 3. Either way, I was doing it I was mixing archetypes, which I was not supposed to do. And now that I've discovered that, this has been done correctly, so yay! Steps to do it correctly. Moving on. Oh yeah, roll off, because I think that determines drop zone. Boop, 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 boop. Or I think it's just someone's gonna decides who will be the attacker and the defender. So the Custodians can decide that. Custodians will select themselves to be the attacker. So yeah, we'll do that. And that means that Guardsmen get to choose their drop zone. Okay, drop zone. It's this. I'm looking at the whole ability to do free dash. Well, they can get everyone up to there easily, and then dash. I mean, there's also you're beyond circle. Oh yeah, beyond circle at any point. So yeah, they don't have to be 2 beyond this point. They just have to be 2 beyond that, a circle beyond that point, which is really easy to do. Haha. So they can get easily obscured from this. Heck. You basically have to be right up against it to not be obscured, but then you're in cover, so it doesn't matter. So this is convenient. This side also convenient. If you do a free dash, not as good. Honestly, it's a big question. And you know what? We'll just say screw it and choose this side. I mean, you can hold from there. Yes, you can. So we'll choose that side. Barricades, one at a time, starting with defender. And within hex, or pentagon, not hex. There's no hex. Then pentagon, so boop, 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 boop. Oh, look at that. I can easily set up one right here. For Custodians. And I'll actually set one up over here. You know, they might actually have to think about cover due to the fact that there is plasma in the Guardsmen's army. Guardsmen will actually set one up here, too. As for Custodians, I'll put one about here. kind of extend out this long spot. There we go. Now set up Operatives Defenders first. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You know, can go there. Can go there. Let's see here. Just out of check. If he goes there, he does have line of sight into these areas. And this guy can go up next to him. We'll just, move their heads like that. Would they be able to see things? Yes, they could. So they do want to be roughly there. And obviously with conceals, because they can do things while concealed. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Who goes over? You know what? Random dude over there. He'll currently have... What? Conceal or an engage token? He'll think about having the engage token. He's not going to be able to be in cover anytime soon. He's going to have to rely on obscure for a little while. Alright. Plasma will be here. Conceal for now. Yes. Can't get up there quickly. Yeah. The grenade launcher, grenadier. Well, he's obscured, so he actually doesn't have to worry about things right now. So he's actually going to have an engage order because he can have an engage order. I'll put the Confidant over here too with an engage order. If any part of the terrain basically blocking them, it's hard to actually shoot these people, and they can activate pretty much last and then go out and shoot things. And you know what? I'll give you conceal order. You don't know. So you know what? Because of that thought process, Plasma will back up a bit and have an engage token. Because again, if it's obscured, the Custodians can't shoot at it. That also means it can be the final model to move and shoot at a Custodian. So really put the Custodians in a spot of trouble. He'll be up here with the conceal since he's melee focused, so he kind of has to rush around. And then I think I'll do these two like over here. We'll have some conceal orders though. Probably try to run around. Alright. Custodians time. They actually have to potentially worry about being shot up too. Honestly, they're thinking about it and realizing they're going to be shot at the beginning. Even if they have someone out here, they're probably going to go first, in which case, you might as well have someone as far up as possible ready to do something. And that's the thing. He could get into cover. If he moves first, he can instantly go into cover. So he's fine with that. Can I hold from here? Nope. So he'll just be over here. He'll have a conceal order. And this guy will be over there. He'll have an engage order, since he might try to take shots at someone. This guy, I mean, he's... Does he want cover or engage? He doesn't really have much shooting, so he'll just do conceal order. He doesn't have a lot of shooting that he can do. Alright. Now switch over to scouting. Since yeah, Guardsmen are thinking, they'll actually do infiltrate. Select friendly operative can change its order. As for Custodians, they'll actually also do infiltrate. Because, honestly, a dash doesn't necessarily help them in this scenario. But maybe switching someone to shooting after maybe some more Guardsmen operatives show their face would be good. So that means the Custodians actually get to choose who goes first. And the Custodians are actually going to select Guardsmen for that. Reason being is they want people to move and potentially be targets. They don't. If they go first, that doesn't actually help them. Actually, with him, they could actually go first, and he'll be actually they deployed thinking they were going to go first. Screw it. They know he's going to get shot up. They just don't know. They're fine with that, because if he gets shot by, say, plasma first, that means the other three Custodians can come out and shoot plasma instantly. They know Guardsmen have to kind of wait it out on plasma and do that really late. Alright. So, initiative is decided. And now, right, I don't know why I'm going to that book. It's ploys and stuffs. So let's see the Custodians ploys. They are going to activate Aegis of the Emperor because they do want... They know any... They expect to be shot up, and they expect... And they would love to be able to take critical damage and change it to normal damage. And... Ooh. The problem is they don't know if they'll actually get to benefit from Peerless Warriors. At this point, they don't think they're going to, so they're going to not do that one. And as for the Guardsmen, they're going to give the order move, 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 and because Sergeant's next to comms, that's issued to everyone. So yeah, they'll be move, move, move for now. Actually, do they need move, move, move? They're actually going to do take aim. They want that reroll 1 thing. So they're taking aim, and they're going to do into the breach. Each friendly Guardsman operative within your drop zone can perform a free dash action, but must finish that move closer to the enemy's drop zone. So We'll spend that one command point and let's do those dashes. Dash. 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 Don't bump that too much. Heck, just dash. And then dash. Dash. I'm gonna screw it, they'll dash these guys here. Actually, they won't. So otherwise, then dashing them, they'll actually be selectable targets. So right now they can't be selected to be targeted, but if they dash forward, they will immediately be selectable. So dumb move. And these guys can see that they're going to be targetable by him if he moves up. So starting with the Custodians, and realizing that's kind of a move to just do right now. 1, 2, 3. Actually, back up. 1, 2. He's still within holding that. No heavy terrain is blocking them. And he's gonna fire into this guy. Until the leader, just there they go. It's his best bet. Oh, I think I have an extra sheet here. There we go. Had to reorganize some of that, but that's okay. Custodians got their Guardian Spear. For shooting, it's 4 shots. 2s to hit. So that's all hits. Not critical. So it's 4 regular hits. Has no cover, so he just gets his defense dice of 3. Does he have any? Did I give him anything? Nope, he has nothing special. No Rosarius, no nothing. So he just unfortunately has to roll. And he rolls terribly. Let's see here. Alright, he's gonna check to see if he has anything to keep him alive, or if he has to roll to see if, do a reroll kind of thing. And nope, so you can spend a command point to reroll one of these, and if he does and he succeeds, he's still gonna die. So there's really not much he could do besides accept his fate. And he's gone. Boom. Oh, right. Before any of that, we had to actually see if there's any TAC ops to reveal. Guardsmen will have revealed central control. You can reveal this at any turning point. They're trying to get for the center. And then I just realized I'm looking at 2 that say faction specific, so I actually have to go read what the faction specific is instead of just, look at my card, because my card is blank. Well, sure, they'll reveal boots on the ground. Reveal this at the end of any. Reveal this at the end of any turning point. Oh, interesting. They reveal at the end of any turning point. The other one, though, reveal this at any turning point. And it's stand fast, so they'll reveal that one. So the other one, the boots on the ground, you're supposed to reveal at the end of a turning point, not during the attack ops reveal point. Weird, but okay. As for the Custodians, that's a very specific. Sure. The reveal route, you can reveal this attack op in the target reveal step of any turning point. Of course, they did not successfully complete that one at this point. And the other one they have to reveal at the end of a turning point when that reveals. And, well, they also get to reveal right now, Headhunter. Reveal this when an enemy leader operative is incapacitated. Well, they did that. They score a victory point. It's the first turning point, so they gain a second victory point. So, dashing him forward probably was not a good idea. And that did cost them victory point. But, oh yeah, he's done one movement there. Second action there. Third action. Dash. He's going to be still holding it. But now actually, I think he has to dash a little bit more. Okay, he was like that. Well, you can move that and that for a dash. Still be holding the objective and pretty much be out of line of sight for everyone else. So this turns to Guardsman turn. Which they're just going to do the smart thing to delay getting more models moved forward, because at this point the only person that has to worry being shot up is comms, and, well, he can only really be... well, I guess this guy can move in such a way he can get a shot at that guy. Which is okay, because they're holding objectives that they want to hold. So they're going to instead delay their movement by doing a tactical asset. They're going to do the guided missile, because obviously that would be one you select when you're fighting something like this. So guided missile, perform a shoot action using the ranged weapon below for the purpose of line of sight, visibility, and cover, which, funny enough, does not say obscure. Draw lines from a friendly guardsman. Note for the purpose of the weapon special rule to treat that guardsman as firing it. So yeah, it doesn't say anything about... yeah, because the rules for obscure are their own rules, aren't they, when you're reading the core rules? Yeah, they have very specific rules for visible, cover, and line of sight. For line of sight, draw visibility and cover lines from there. And for obscured, that's with cover lines. Okay. So you can still be obscured for this. So I've been doing that wrong. Because again, it does say for the purposes of line of sight. Line of sight does say obscured. If always things are confusing. But that's okay. Because honestly, they were going to do it on this guy who doesn't have any of those problems. So there we go. Guided missile. 4 attacks. 3s to hit. Unfortunately, I can't reroll 1s, but you know what? Screw it. They'll spend a command point to reroll that one because it's AP 1. So that means the Custodian only gets 2 defense dice, and, you know, it's still 2 ups to defend. But, ooh, that's dropping things. So yes, he's going to block 2 of these, but that means he was still... instead of taking 1 of those, he's now going to take an extra one because they re-rolled. And it was 4 damage each. So this guy takes 8 damage. Which, of course, puts him at 11 wounds because he's got an insane amount of health. But still. that's significant when you put it in the fact of he took that and the Guardsmen didn't even have to move anyone. And it was just free damage, 8 damage. Most things would be pretty much nearly dead or dead, so definitely a good use. And now back to Custodians. They're actually going to just move him up for his first action, and then pass for his second and third action. Well, never mind. Okay, so he moved up. Let's instead kind of go this way. So that way his second action could be that. Okay. Only for his third action he could do something else to help him move a little bit more forward. He's okay with accepting his fate. He's happy to be on another objective. So he's like that. For this turn, let's see here. They know this guy can still be targeted by him, so... How tall is this building again? Yeah, it'll take him 2 circle to get up there. So if he goes 1 circle, he's not within... Or is he? Nope, he's not within the triangle to technically move up. So he'll spend his other... He'll do his movement there. And since he can't really see anything, he's just gonna... do a nice little... Nope. And pass and stay there. That way, denying their ability to shoot at him. So now it's back to their turn. So we'll move this guy over here. Then he'll just dash and he'll be there. And now guard, because you know what? Why not? Honestly, this guy isn't in cover or anything. So the sniper can still shoot at him without any penalties. So sniper will just fire at him. So I know we could technically use the comms to see this guy and then fire, but... Well, can the sniper even see this dude? There's their angle just slightly off. Alright. Part of his head would be able to see him. But they're going to instead focus on this guy where there's zero question about anything. And also, that means just the sniper gets to fire without doing... Oh, I should read the sniper's rule very carefully. Okay. The reason why I said very carefully is I wanted to make sure if it didn't perform a normal move, charge, or fallback action during that activation. Well, it performed a dash, and it wasn't during this activation. But interestingly enough, now that I realize that, I could always perform a dash and then fire. That's cool. Anyway, it's got the silent rule. So sniper rifle is firing. 4 shots into him, 2s to hit. Because of take aim, he gets to reroll 1. So, well, he's got a crit, which is going to be very useful in this case. Because it automatically applies, let's see here. The mortal wounds say when... It doesn't say when it's... It retained it, yeah. You don't have to actually apply it or anything. It doesn't actually have to go through for the 3 mortal wounds to automatically apply. So the 3 mortal wounds automatically apply, bringing the Custodian down to 8 health. And this is where it gets kind of funny. So yeah, the Custodian now has 3 defense dice to block some dice. It can block 3 of them. It can even block the crit. And even if he didn't block the crit, it'd be like, oh, his Aegis would allow it for it to be a, normal wound. Well, at this point, the difference between a normal wound and a critical is nothing. So he's actually down to 5 health because of that. Getting all 4 hits really helped. So that guy is now very ouched. And for his second action, he passes. Custodians are going to turn this guy into a engage order because they realize they might be able to at least get someone with Overwatch. 1, 2, 3. He has no targets, so he's going to pass, but he hopes that he can at least shoot someone. Alright. Guardsman turn. Just to draw things out, we're going to do the spotter right now, who's got his mortar barrage, because why not? So, right on top of him. 5 attacks, 4s to hit. I get to reroll 1s. I mean, it's silent. It's unwieldy, so it takes 2 action points, but, that's all of his action points. Oh, look, and I get to reroll this 1. Jeez. Man, if it was lethal 5-up, that would be insane, but no. The guy still takes 2... It's still 2 crits and 3 regular. So, still a defensive 3, but it's more of... You can block 1 crit. You block 1 regular. He'll spend a command point to re-roll this one because he wants a pass. Okay, he passes. Takes 2 regular, which, by the way, is still 4 damage in total, putting him at 1 wound. Like, the Guardsmen have done some seriously hefty damage to him. Alright, now it's Custodian's turn. They have no one to shoot at, so they'll pass on selecting someone for Overwatch. Oh, okay, I thought maybe I had given him equipment, but maybe that's someone else. Oh, there is someone. He'll be shot immediately if he activates it right now. So, first... Actually, you know what? They're actually going to move... How do they want to do this? Do they want to activate the grenade launcher or bolt gun? They'll activate the grenade launcher. So he'll move over here. Huzzah. And then he's going to fire onto this guy with the Krak grenade. Because with the Krak grenade, it's still AP1, which is good. And it's 4 shots, 4s to hit. Reroll 1s. Reroll these 1s, so far 2 hits, which is good. There we go, 3 hits with AP1. He's only got 2 defense dice. So it doesn't matter, because no matter what, he can only block 2 of them. He only successfully blocked 1 of them anyway. And there he goes. He's dead. These Guardsmen took out a Custodian by just a lot of focused fire. But here's the next thing. Custodians still don't have anyone that they can overwatch because he can't see this guy. This guy can't shoot him because even if he did see him, this heavy terrain obscures. So he's got nothing. So just to add more insult to injury, the guardsmen get to go again. 1, 2, 3. We get this guy just sitting here, obscured. Just kind of there. Custodians don't do much again. And let's see here. He goes... Okay, you need to be a little bit forward because this is just head height. You can see this guy. And so he's going to fire into him. Confidant. Boltgun. 4 shots. I'm going to double check this, but I don't think that's correct with what I see on my little cheat sheet. Yep, it's going to be 4s to hit. So 4 shots. 4s to hit, but still get to reroll 1s. Well, I get to reroll those 2. And we only get 1 hit. Well, the guy auto-retains 1 defense dice as a success. He's success. He's wondering if he wants... That's the thing. If you pass on doing Overwatch, I still don't think it actually denies your ability to select it later. Yeah, he doesn't have to activate it now. So he's going to actually hold off because there are better targets. And now moving on to the Guardsmen again. 1, 2, 3. I say 4, but it's not really 4. Dash. So he's now over there. He's still concealed, so he can't do anything, so he's going to, again, ignore it. And now, Guardsmen are actually going to activate the medic, switch him to a shooting attack, to an engage order, because he has a freaking hotshot capacitor pack. It just adds 1 to the damage, but still, it's still a las gun, so he's going to do 4 shots, 4s to hit on this guy, because the guy's visible and he could do it. So he's got a crit and 3 regulars. Jeez, that's still going to be good, because even with, so the guy's got 3 defense dice, he's got 3 2-ups. Okay, he can block the crit, which, again, doesn't really matter because of the Aegis Defender, but still. He blocks those 2. And he takes 3 damage because of this one being with the hotshot. So the guy is now at 15 wounds. Still a lot, but still, he doesn't have anything. So now he gets some choices of targets because he realizes if he doesn't Overwatch now, he will never get to Overwatch. As soon as that plasma fires, he's done. The round is done. So he can either shoot at the Confidant or the medic. The Confidant is out of range of comms, so the Confidant's not really going to be giving any... orders. What's the distance for orders? Is it actually hex? It's Pentagon, so he would be giving orders to the whole team. So the Confidant's actually a better target than the medic. Medic can heal, but this guy's giving orders to everyone. So he's going to fire into that guy. Guardian Spear. 4 shots, 2s to hit. 4 hits, no crits, which is good for the Guardsman. He's going to auto-retain a defense dice to automatically block that one. Auto-retain the defense. 2 more 5-ups. As expected, he failed them. Does he want to spend a command point to try to re-roll one of these? Actually, yes. Because if he successfully blocks just one of these, he will live. But he rolled a 4 and failed, so he takes 9 damage and is gone. So they were happy about that one. Now Plasma activates, moves up, and fires into this guy with, of course, overcharged Plasma. Supercharged. Because he gets to reroll 1s. So 4 shots, 4s to hit, reroll 1s. It doesn't have to reroll 1s. Those 2 missed, can't do anything about it. Still, it's AP2, so the guy only gets 1 2-up save. Failed it. Woo! He will spend a command point to reroll that because he doesn't want to take that much damage. This time passes it and blocks one of them. Still takes 5 damage, so... which puts him at 8 health. So that was round 1. Now we start counting up victory things. Victory points. Okay, as for the mission points, I think it's 1 for each objective you control. Yep, you score 1 victory point, so Guardsmen at least have 2 from there. These guys have 2 there, so they're up to 2. Now let's check. Okay. The Custodians execution revealed this at the end of any turning point, in which more enemy operatives than friendly operatives are incapacitated. So they've successfully met that criteria, but they still have to do that 2 more, at least, yeah, they need to do it another turn to get it to actually be worth anything. Now I need to double check the Guardsmen's ploys wording, or not ploy, but, TAC ops wording. So they have currently part of the condition for their faction TAC op. The thing is they need to own more objectives than the Custodians to score a victory point, so they don't. Alright, they didn't meet the criteria for the other TAC ops, so they're going to ignore that. So they're going to keep on going, and yeah, okay. So now everyone goes up 1 command point to 1 command point, because they were spending it like crazy last time. Right. Turn 2. Custodians definitely have the initiative this time around. They're actually going to hold on to their command point for rerolls, because at this point, well, shooting twice? Oh, no. Even shooting twice, they don't have a crap ton of targets. Oh, Guardsmen can't even give orders because they lost all their order capability. Guardsmen don't have that. Actually, Custodians will spend the command point to be able to shoot twice because they get to go first, so... and they have at least a few targets. Oh, a core mission. Do we... Everyone removes... At the end of the second and third initiative phases, so we're in the end of the second initiative phase, starting with the player's initiative, each player removes 1 objective marker closest to their drop zone. So Custodians can either remove this one or this one. I'm actually going to remove this one. As for Guardsmen, I'm actually going to remove this one. Alright, Custodians get to go. So, for his first action, you know, let's 1, 2, and that's 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle. For his first shooting, for his second action, he's going to shoot at medic. He can deny the medic from healing someone as soon as he's dead. So 4 shots, 2's to hit. There we go. This time he gets that crit, which is penetration 1, so now the medic only has 2 defense dice. He will auto-retain 1 to defend, to auto-block, because, you know, he wants to hope and pray, and he can't do that, and he's just going to have to accept it, because if he spends their command point for a 5-up save, that's kind of bad. He's going to take 8 damage, which is enough to kill him. Can the medic do any medic things? Yeah, it says only if it's another friendly operative, so he's dead. And so for his third shooting action, he's now going to shoot at plasma, now that he's made sure the plasma cannot be revived by the medic. Since that was the point to that order, so he knows what he's doing. Ooh, that's another 6, so that's another pen. He's got defense dice and 2 defense dice. He'll auto-retain 1 to block 1. And it doesn't matter what he rolls here, because even if he successfully blocks 1, he was still going to take all. Well, actually, it would have mattered if he rolled a 6. He had to roll a 6 to survive. Does he want to try to... No, actually, let's see here. Okay. So, he'll take it, but what he will do is he'll spend their final command point for in-death atonement. We use this when a friendly operative is incapacitated. The operative is not removed from the kill zone until the end of your next activation. Or, you know, the end of it. Well, it's the next activation, so he's going to select him. He's going to fire supercharged into this dude. He's done. Since at this point, if he melts himself, it doesn't matter. He's going to be removed from the field at the end of this, no matter what. So, supercharge all the way. 4 shots, 4's to hit. Or, you know, he gets a crit and 2 regulars. It's AP2, so he only gets 1 defense dice. Blocks 1 of them. But he still takes the crit and the regular, which is 11 damage. And that's way more than what this guy has. So, they do a swap. Plasma's dead, but another Custodian's dead. Which, at this point... No, it doesn't stop the execution. Since they've lost 2 this turn, and Custodians have only lost 1. So they have to kill another Custodians to deny that tac op. But at the moment, they can potentially get more objectives than Custodians. So now the Custodians have to... Well, Custodians are going to... This great he'll jump over. 1, 2. He's gonna, I guess, remain with the conceal order since there's no reason to switch to an engage order and there's really no one to do anything for. So he's just there. They're actually gonna send the Guardsmen are gonna do the interesting thing. Switch him to an engage order. And he's going to charge this guy. Now, does he want to fight? Let's double check what the Bruiser has for his capabilities. I mean, he might. It's not really a smart idea. But he wants to have a little fun. Okay. And let's see here. How's this guy's capabilities? Still 5 attack. He says screw it. He's going to fight the guy in combat. So, Trench Club for just 3 attacks, 3's to hit. Gets 1 crit, nothing there. So that's not going to go well for him. Now, Sentinel Blade, 5 attacks, 2's to hit. You know, should obviously do a lot. Okay. Sentinel Blade, lethal 5 up, so the 5 is good. So he's got those three. Now, out of curiousness, what happens with that rule? So, first thing he's going to do is he's actually going to strike. Because one, it does 3 damage, which, the Custodian's kind of just like, okay, whatever, I have 15 wounds now. However, it automatically discards one of these. So he automatically discarded that dice because of stun. So that's not bad. And this is where it gets funky. So when the Custodian applies the crit, because he would want to, the Guardsman would apply his Rosary, which I can ignore damage inflicted from 1 attack dice. Doesn't say that has to be normal attack, so done. And then he applies a normal attack, Bruiser. Once per turning point, I can ignore the damage inflicted from 1 normal hit. Ignored. And then he finally applies 1 more normal attack, which is only 4 damage. So he's got 3 wounds left. He's still standing. He's just there. So now it's his turn. Now Custodians. Okay, they're gonna kind of move this guy over here, still be holding an objective, but ready to overwatch since he's got no one to shoot at the moment. So first step actually is going to be this guy 1, 2. And that's all he's going to do since he's holding this objective and is, not, he's silent kind of thing. So he's stealthy. I wonder. This guy who's got an engage order. This goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, why at 4? Because that puts him in engagement. And because he did a charge. And he just stays there. I mean, why do a fight that he's going to lose when he could just sit there? And now they have more action points than Custodians on this objective. So now Guardsmen actually control 3 objectives. Custodians control 1. And this Custodian can't even overwatch these 2 people or even this guy. So he's just there. Actually, you can overwatch this dude, maybe. He can. So he's just going to overwatch that guy and spend his overwatch till he's shooting someone. Because at this point, he kind of needs to. So 4 shots, 2's to hit. No, 3's to hit. Overwatch, you subtract 1, so 3's to hit. Or, he just gets 3 crits in a regular, so that becomes pen 1. He's just going to roll his dice and hope for 2 6s. Yeah, wasn't really much he could do. This alone was 15 damage, so he's gone. So denying them the ability to kill more this turn definitely does not exist. Alright. Now that I know this. 1, 2, 3. Was that enough to get us? Actually, you know what? He just had to dash to, here, right? Looks like something like that. Yeah. Oh, but he's no longer within the... Okay. Or, he just rotates his button. No, he can't. Essentially, comms is right in the way. No matter what he does, comms is just right where he wants to be. or the spotter. So the spotter. So instead, the spotter's just gonna. But they have to stay within that to be able to hold it. They can't really swap positions easily. They want to fire at him. So instead, he'll switch to an engage order. So he could do 1, 2, 3 to see that guy. And then for his second action, he will fire normally. He doesn't need to be silent. He just likes to be silent because then he doesn't get shot next turn. But it's not like he's necessarily the best for killing these guys. So 4 shots, 2s to hit. I mean, granted, those 2s to hit help a lot. But because there's no crits or anything, you'll auto-retain 1 dice to block that, and then roll the other 2 2-ups and block 2 more. So the guy gets to take off 3 from his 18 to put him back at 15. So not a lot of anything there. And then the spotter activates and moves and gets his... Actually, before the spotter moves, this is the time to activate the marked airstrike before he even moves. Marked airstrike, because they can do it from this dude. Since he can see line of sight and everything. And he doesn't have to worry about... Yeah. And since it's barrage, the guy's not going to... So, marked airstrike. 5 attacks, 4s to hit. Oof. Not a lot of hits there. And the crit is no special. He still gets 3 2-ups, but... Oh, well, he has to get to roll 6 to block the other crit, so... He failed that. Does he just want to... Yeah, he just blocks... Use the 2 regulars to block the crit. Because, you know, then he'll take less damage. He still takes another 3, so he's there. And now... Spotter moves there to hold the objective. So... That was their move. That's now end turn, so we start... We're going to need to start counting up some things. Okay. So, tack ops. Execution definitely happened since they killed some more guardsmen, so they got that. They still haven't gone route. They still haven't even completed central control. Hell, I don't even think they completed any of their faction tac ops. It'd be a lot more aggressive. It's just kind of hard with Custodians. Oh, well, first let's see the second one. If friendly operatives control 2 or more objective markers, which they do, and they control more than the other team, which they do, they score a victory point. So they gained a victory point from just this tac op alone. And then the other one... They have to get more guardsmen over there to... For that one, for boots on the ground. So they don't get that one. But now, for these, since they got those 3, that's up to 6. And Custodians only have that one, so it's up to 6. It's actually a tie game at the moment. So we go to turn 3. Let's see who's initiative. All right, both teams are now 1 command point. Custodians have the initiative. At this point, let's see here. For the Custodians, they have to spend the command point on Peerless Warriors. Because at this, during these initiative phases, these go away. I don't even have to do that at the end of the initiative. Oh, at the end of the initiative phase, so those go away. So they have to spend Peerless Warriors. So right now, Guardsmen hold this objective and that one, and they could probably move people on those, but they know even if they killed one guy here, another guy can come there. And then, they know the Guardsmen have moves that they can make. So they might as well just kill both guys and be done with it. Guardsmen will not spend any command points on anything. Alright. Yeah, so Custodians get to go right now. Now that we've done TAC Ops and Guardsmen didn't do anything. Actually, does Guardsmen want to... Actually, Guardsmen will spend their command point for clear the line, because basically in melee, they're going to auto-retain 1 attack as a normal hit for each guy. So even though the Custodians will probably kill these 2 guys, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. So we're going to actually first start with his fight on that guy, because, again, pain in the butt. Sentinel Blade, 5 attacks. 2's to hit. There we go. Lethal 5 up, so that's 4 crits in a regular. So, for the Trench Club, you can auto-retain 1 as a hit, but there's nothing he can do, since the Bruiser capabilities only kicks in... I can only ignore normal damage, and the Rosarius is once per battle. So, he can't really... Yeah, there's nothing he can do. Because they just auto-apply a crit, and he's dead. Because he's at 3 wounds. All he did was help delay the inevitable. But now, for his second action, he attacks that guy. 5 attacks. Oh my lord, that's 3 6s, 2 regular. As for that regular Guardsman, has he got anything on him? He's got a bayonet, of course. Well, he's got 3 attacks, 4's to hit. Well, he'll auto-apply 1 of them as a hit, because why not? And then he'll have 2 hits. Even if he applies a crit, this Guardsman's still going to be alive. So he's just going to do the smart thing and parry one of them. Because when he parries, because he has the shield, it parries 2 for 1. So he just parried all the guy's attacks. And applies all the rest of the damage, which will be death. And then, because he still has a conceal order, he's just going to go like that. Nothing you can do now. He's actually going to switch over to a conceal order. Activate. And he's going to shoot at this guy. For his second attack, since, for his second action. So there we go. 4 shots, 2's to hit. Ooh, that's good. 2 6s, 2 regulars. So the 2 6s auto apply mortal wounds each. 3 mortal wounds each. So he automatically loses 6 health. And now he's got 2 deaths. So he's got 3 defensive 3. He'll auto retain one of them to block one of these. Well, he'll auto retain one of them. We'll see what the other dice results are. Okay, so he can block that crit. No, it's better to just block these two, since the crit doesn't really change. It doesn't change how much damage it takes. But he's now at 3 health. What he's gonna do. First action. Second action. And for his third action, he's going to fire into that guy. Since he's got to do something. So 4 shots, 2 to hit. Since he's now close enough that the guy definitely can't get any cover or anything. 2s to hit. Because, Custodians don't care about their, they don't take modifiers from battle scars. They can't be injured and stuff like that. So anyway, that's just 3 regular. So 3 5-up saves for this Guardsman. And as usual, he can't make anything to save his life. And by save his life, that really is save his life, because that's 12 damage, so he's just gone. Now the Custodians are sitting on objective. And Guardsmen will at least... Let's see here. Oh yeah, a lot of guys died this turn, so already they know Custodians probably will already kind of have the lead. So Spotter will just, just attack him. Because can't really get on objective, like you might be able to knock the guy off of one. Because Mortar Barrage is 5 attacks with 4s to hit. And it's silent, so you could do it. Crit, regular. 3 1s, just cheese. If he could take aim, it would be great. So 3 2-ups. Does he... He's gonna block the crit. Take the regular damage, which puts him at 1 wound left. Oh my god, all that just for him to still be alive. Alright, and that's all I needed though. So that's end of turn 3. So these are worth 2 points each, which then automatically puts Custodians up to there. And then, of course, they've now achieved execution again, so they get another victory point. Haven't successfully done route, but that's okay. Guardsmen have not completed any of their attack ops, since that's actually kind of hard for them to do. And yeah, then we just go on to the final turn. Well, let me just keep dropping that. So everyone goes up to their 1 and final command point. And initiative says... Guardsmen this time. So, what do the Guardsmen want to do? First step, they'll just have the sniper fire at him. Can they get a guy off the field? Sniper, 4 shots, 2s to hit. Oh yeah, do I spend any command points on deploys? No, no one's doing that. It's 4 shots, 2s to hit. So, look, the guy takes mortal wounds and is dead, so sniper's done his shooting. Got a guy off the objective. Custodians have 11 points, so they're kind of like... I'm going to switch this guy to an engage order. And then let's see here. 1, 2. So that's 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle. Yep. He charged this dude. Simply put, actually, I think he could have been a little bit more like that. Let's see here. Boom, 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 2, 3, 4. So still about there. He can't shoot at that guy. It's just more of it's like, can he do, well, first action was there, second action he could dash and just start being able to shoot the guy. But for his second action, he fights. He's just going to attack with his 5 attacks, 2s to hit. That's a lot of hits. Nope, that's right, lethal 5 up, so that's a crit. Get your bayonet back to attack back, 3 attacks, 4s to hit. Wow, gets a crit and a regular and 2 regulars. So he's gonna be doing damage to this Custodian. So even if you parry with that Storm Shield, each time it parries, 2 of your opponent's successful hits are discarded. Then again, it's vague on just what the successful hits are. So I think if he parries the crit with the crit, he also parries one of the regulars. So I'm just going to rule as that. But he still gets to apply a regular damage to him, which is from a bayonet 2, so doesn't take much. And then he applies, 4 strikes, which are 4 each. That's 16 damage. Yep. Guy's gone. And hey, if an enemy operative is incapacitated by a friendly operative that is within hex of the drop zone, very much the case, they score a victory point. So he still scored a victory point from that kill. And he's going to dash forward because he's just like, I'm coming for you. And now, Spotter, what are you going to do? Honestly, your mortar barrage is better. So, even if he tries to run away, he can't jump over this wall. He can't get to an objective. He's just gonna fire a mortar barrage at that guy and just... It's the final action in the game. Can he do anything with it? He gets 2 hits. So, let's see here. Does he get his saves? Yeah. There's all the saves. That's that. He's done. End of turn. No other attack ops matter because none of the other ones have been happened. So Custodians win because they have a lot of command points. It's kind of sad because the veteran guardsmen were tied with them for a moment, and then just things started to go downhill pretty quickly. But the fact was, they still killed 3 custodians and put another one injured. Their plasma died early, and they still managed to put damage, which is pretty cool. Custodians have been very powerful anyway, so it's been interesting. Well, that was an interesting match. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fabulous day, everybody.